Good morning to everybody that's joining us. Thank you for doing that. And if you're watching this on YouTube or replay, hashtag replay, thank you for that too. I already had a card come out. I don't know if you had one already, my partner,
No, I haven't had a chance
to
to.
shuffle yet.
I've
Yeah,
been busy.
you're always doing that back end stuff that people don't realize we're doing.
I just have to say, my sister Jeanette's joining us live this morning
Oh, nice.
from Mexico, and she's out on the ocean on the paddleboard with her phone, as always, because
Oh,
she has one of those little, plastic case things in case
right.
she falls in the water.
Hmm.
And she said, we're out paddling with the dolphins right now.
Oh,
And it's super cool. I've been out there with her before, out on, the ocean, and the dolphins come to play. And it's that playful energy. So thank you, Sister Jan, because it is a reminder for all of
100%.
us just to be in the moment, take in some of that playful energy. And I mean, just thinking about dolphins swimming beside you along paddling, what does that do right now for you, your spirit?
Mm. Well, it just lifts you, right? You
Hmm.
get a little excited and just the experience. And maybe for those that are around them all the time, it's not as exciting as for those of us that are landlocked, right? I've had that experience but it wasn't out in the wild, right? So yeah, I think it's very cool. And the dolphins carry an energy of, same with the whales, of Mother Gaia and, where we're headed. And their knowledge is as old as the planet, I think, right? It's
Hmm.
definitely carried down. So there's something to be learned from the dolphins and their playfulness. So yeah, I agree.
Well, and it's no different than I know you posted a picture the other day. You had a moose cross your,
Hmm.
in your front yard,
Yeah.
and we're always being given
Messages.
signs
Yeah.
from nature, whether it's stopping to look at a flower or a
Hmm.
rock or picking up something, a seashell. But quite often, animals, right?
Yeah.
Animals have messages for us. And again, that message this morning from the dolphin is one of playfulness.
Hmm. Yeah. Mother Nature's pretty interesting, which leads me to my card, which is number 4, crystals.
Oh, because they're also energy placeholders. Ooh.
100%, 100%. So you can't make this stuff up. You really can't. There's no coinky dinky. That's the card that came up before your sister commented, before we had this conversation about Gaia and communication and messages. And you're right, energy holders. We were watching, or I was watching a video the other day with Tom Letter, and he is a Selenite sword maker from
Hmm.
Colorado. And there is a new energy, and it's a magenta blue energy that is coming into the planet. So he did an activation with this magenta blue and the selenite swords because the selenite enhances your intention. It's one of those crystals that never needs clearing. It enhances the intention of the user. So a fantastic crystal to have in your office, wherever you're working. Many healers will have crystals, including selenite, in their healing spaces because of what you were just talking about. And Tara has a really cool, I shouldn't say cool. Tara has some insight, as she always does, on the inside of the card deck on the inside of the card. Um, but my glasses I have to change them to read them. So, did you get a card, or do you want to talk about crystals while I swap glasses for a second?
Yeah, I did get a card. What was the crystal number again?
Number 4.
Okay, number 4, which is all about foundation.
You betcha.
Hmm. Well, My card is number 11, and it is water features.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Talking about the water and all of that stuff.
Gaia.
Mhm.
That's too funny.
Water features, card number 11. Okay, so, how does this all tie into feng shui and your home and what you can do? Well, I have to tell you,
Mhm.
it's always beautiful because Cheryl and I belong to a the subscription service called Focus Life Force Energy.
Mhm.
I'm going to put the link in the comments for you. Anyone can try it out for no fee for 15 days.
Mhm.
You don't have to leave your credit card, anything like that. It's amazing. So what it does is it puts a bubble of energy around your home. And so similar to a crystal in that it can anchor energy, it can transmute energy,
Mhm.
right? Focus life force energy, putting that bubble around your home helps to um,
Mitigate.
alchemize. We're going to
Yep.
call alchemize the energy in your
Mhm.
home environment. So that's number one. Now they just have it's on trial right now. It'll be available soon, but they've just started to do a couple of new programs, both of which I am very blessed to be the recipient of. And one of them is called their water bottle program. So they have taken and they can infuse specific frequencies or energies to make your water come alive in, like the water bottle that you drink every day. So I have a water container in my fridge, and it right now has this beautiful streamed energy coming from Focus Life Force Energy. And what I've noticed is that the water has come alive. It has come alive. It's amazing. That's all I can say. Even the water container itself has expanded because the water has come alive. And you think about the human body, us, right? The
Mhm.
people, we're a crystal, right? Our
100%.
body is a crystalline structure. We're
Mhm.
built of amino acids, and amino acids are crystalline in structure. And so we just need to tune us in at the right frequency. And the fact that we are 80% water, comprised of 80% water, that our cell to cell communication happens through um, the transferring of water. So it's very, very important that our water be of a high vibrating calibration frequency. And there's many ways to do that. And of course, Focus Life Force Energy happens to be one of them. Yeah, how cool is
Okay.
that?
So go back to the water features and
Mm-hmm,
crystals.
mm-hmm,
I love having little water features in my home, and I especially love having them outside. We can have water in normal place, like all over the place, right? What I find when the water is moving gently, I have a little water feature in the backyard. Even the birds will come right to my back door to drink out of that water space. And I'll always have like a little ledge. I'll have little pieces of petrified wood for them to sit on, right? It's a small, but even the bigger birds, like I've had up to the size of a robin come and sit and have a drink of water. Now there's bird baths in the yard, but it's fascinating to me that they like the movement, the water
mm-hmm.
moving. So that tells you the importance of circulation with water and where water features in the home or bringing them into your space is also important. with water features, the direction of flow in Feng Shui is also very important.
Mhm.
You want the water flowing into your space, not out of, because that's taking the energy out. So just some little tips to consider. Um, when I was talking earlier about Tara's card and crystals, I am a fan of having a combination of
Mhm.
crystals in or by the water. I also
Yes.
like having some of my crystals as a ground cover for my houseplants. Many of my houseplants have rocks and crystals as their ground cover. So it's also that transmutation of energy, but like Anita said, they're receiving and emitting devices. There's crystals in our cell phones, there's crystals in our body, there's crystals in our body, in our ears, so that we are in proper receptivity. So where else can you add in a crystal?
Hmm.
For many people, they'll go, well, they don't have anything because they don't physically see it. Well, okay, but why is it used in medical equipment? Why are
Hmm.
crystals used in watches and have been used in watches for decades? Why are crystals used in your phone? So that I don't believe it because I don't see it is really a step in your evolution to maybe shift that thinking. What if? Just simply ask the question, what if? What if
Hmm.
there's something to the fact, not the fact, what if there's something to what is being suggested?
Hmm.
What if I tried it? What if I tried FLFE on my water? What's the
Hmm.
worst case scenario? What's the worst thing that can happen? Nothing.
Hmm.
Okay. Or is it possible it can shift something? And you may
Hmm.
not see the evidence immediately. It may
Right.
take time.
Hmm. Because we're programmed for, we want the quick fix, the quick
Yep,
pill,
yep.
give me the magic pill. And yeah, that's not always possible. Like you say, it takes time. And certainly, um, noticing those shifts of energy in your home
Hmm.
by adding water features. I have on my desk, I'll maybe see if I can reach over and grab it,
Hmm.
a bowl of crystals, different crystals. And coming up next week, we're going to have the full moon energy.
Yes.
And so not all crystals are like the selenites. The
Hmm.
selenite, they still need to be cleansed or cleared.
Right.
If somebody, my grandchildren have been over and they love, looking at the rocks and holding
Hmm.
them. And so there is a transference of energy.
Hmm.
And so, we just set them out at the full moon to cleanse them, just
Perfect.
like we would wash,
Hmm.
maybe you wash your comforter on your bed once a month,
Hmm.
that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Um,
And you can use water to cleanse them as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Maybe some blessed water. Oh, anyways,
Cool.
okay.
So what's your tips today, my friend?
What is the tip today? Well, I think really, if you don't already have a crystal or crystals in your home, or a water feature, and that could be, um, you could literally just take a beautiful vase
Hmm.
that maybe you only use once a year when you get flowers on Mother's Day or something. Take that beautiful vase, fill it with some natural crystals, rocks, and water, and just have it just like that, right? Just bringing in that water into your environment
Hmm.
helps to energetically quench the thirst, really, sometimes.
Yes.
There are environments where it's too watery, but
Hmm.
it's not often the case that we see. It's more often, I would say, that we need to add that water element
Hmm.
to bring some of that balance. And of course, we're talking about the five elements. So, where in your home do you feel that you could bring that little bit of life force energy of water? And, that grounding foundational energy of crystals.
hmm Well, and I
Oh,
think with this fire horse energy year, just paying
ooh,
attention to those areas in your space that seem to be a little bit aggressive or heated, maybe. Um,
mm,
Bringing in a little bit of water energy is probably a really good thing because that brings in, again, like Anita said, that balance of the five elements. Super
mm-hmm,
important. The more balanced we can feel, the more grounded we are, the more that helps our families, our workplaces, our communities to to come back to ground, to come back to Gaia. And I think all that we're talking about today is very Gaia related. So paying attention to what we're doing with the water. Are we wasting water? It is a resource and it's not an infinite resource. So paying
mm,
attention to things like that in the next little bit. Where can we help out Gaia so that those dolphins are
mm.
happy and playing and leading us in the right direction? How's that for a tie-in?
I love it. It's perfect. It's perfect. Divine, divine,
Oh,
divine.
love it. Okay, so you're going to put a link in down below for the FLFE.
Already did.
Oh, look, of course you did. Of
Mhm.
course you did. It was very cool, and I have to tell you, my partner the other day phoned and said, I was telling me about this water feature, and she went to the fridge and she could literally see the bubbles in her water in the fridge. No one had touched the fridge, but the water was being activated. That's pretty cool when she gets
Mhm.
excited about something like that.
Mhm.
All right, everybody. Next week is first Friday of the month, which means Oracle
Mhm.
card reading day. So you'll have to let
Mhm.
us know if you want us to pull a card for you. But
Mhm.
between now and then, there is a full moon coming up on the 1st, April Fool's full moon. Oh, Easter weekend coming. Lots of energies.
Mhm.
Stay grounded, stay hydrated, and do your 20 is plenty. Look
Are we
at your
go
environment.
are we talking about the number today?
Oh, yeah.
She's ready to
I'm
get
ready to
off the
say
stage.
goodbye.
I'm pulling her
Today's.
back on the stage. Here we go. Up this way. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
All
number
righty.
six. Number
Number
six.
6. Yeah, I gotta
I
get
think
there.
that's a spiritual number.
And I
Mm.
do refer to double digitology. Oh, I completely vanished there. Double digitology, Marilyn Harper, Joy Roby. I think one of these days we have to eliminate these background. Okay. The 6 energy is quite interesting. Pregnancy, expectation of developing ideas. I think that's really funny because of the conversation Nita and I had earlier. Um, course.
That is
Of
funny.
course it is.
Oh, of course it is.
Ah,
No
it's about
coincidence.
being a good caretaker of your possessions, your home, your car, your clothes, as well as your relationships. The energy of the 6 is of expectation, being a peacemaker, accommodating the kindness of the universe instead of the pain of the universe. I like that.
Ooh.
Awakening the human consciousness of this planet to help them gently give birth to their own creativity and connection to do their own sacredness.
Ooh.
I think that all ties into the dolphins, your sister, and crystals
Yeah.
and water, you think?
I
Go
think
figure.
so. And I think the big overall message,
I thought you were going to go
uh,
this way.
the
I
big
think that's,
overall message here for humanity
yeah,
in just the way you tied that all together is that yes, in fact, we all do need to be stewards of
yes,
water.
water.